it consumes 0.4 a second. So, which means we need 8 plants, which is fine, which will work. Yeah, we got space this way, so. One, two, three. Actually, let's go. There. So, the rare case where you do want Mark 1 sorters as opposed to Mark 2 is where you have this these consume 18 kilowatts each, these consume 36. They have the same idle consumption, but while they're working they consume double. What? That looks weird. So, these consume 1 coal a second, so we have 6. And use my handy dandy reverse belt mod. And there we go. And away it goes. How to get 2? I don't know. We don't want 2. Only want 1. So we don't need 2. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So it only draws down based on demand, apparently. There we go. Alright, connected to the rest. Now we're making a respectable 73 megawatts. So, from this crude oil, where'd it go? There. 7 and 8. Alright. So that is one line of stone. Helps if I'm looking at the right screen. So we need 1 refined oil a second and 1 1/3 stone per second. Well, 1 1/3 stone per second. There. 1 1/3 stone per second. And we have a total of 6 per second. So yeah, we can have like between 4 and 5 facilities. Let's do 5, just so there's no backup. But wait, this is producing 2 crude a second, so that's the actual bottleneck that we should base on. So 4 of these, yeah, making 2 a second, because it's 1 to 1. There. Why in the middle this time? Well, because we actually have one product that we want, one product that's waste. That should have been... Alright. So, as I was saying, one product we want, one product that's waste. Dang it. There. One product that's waste. And that's actually correct. I want to overwrite any of these. Potentially losing out on titanium. Delicious titanium ore. Does that work? Yes, that works. Almost. Huh. Alright, so here we have hydrogen being consumed. refined oil coming out. And what about that X-ray cracking we just unlocked, you might ask? Well, we don't need to convert refined oil into graphite just yet. We don't need to massively create hydrogen. And that's fine. Come on. I didn't happen to grab any oil. Of course not. Faster belts and faster sorters. Love it. So yeah, as soon as we massively up deploy, or massively scale up our electromagnetic motor, or electric motor and electromagnetic turbine, that's when we will also massively deploy conveyor belts and sorters. Because those need turbines, which are a pain in the ass. See, this game is about planning ahead for the pains in the ass. And I'm not seeing Mark III belt. There, right. Because planetary logistics calls for Mark III belts, of course. Because, yeah, you will need tens and tens of thousands of, if not millions, of belts. Oh, and over here, as you see, now that our other oil seep over here is fully tapped, it's coming in, and this is outputting perfectly. That is full belt coming out. So, these, what's the holdup here? If I can find it. Spending hydrogen. Hooray. Well, you know what the solution to that is? Making more science. Because when in doubt, grow the factory. What do I need for that? I need 6 labs. To do what, you may ask? Oh, nothing much, just double our science production. Perfect. Maybe not perfect, but we'll see. How is the... Oh, research is stopped. That's not good. Let's just throw more. What am I doing? All the upgrades. I don't know why these are... I don't know why this is gray and this is blue. This is hilarious right here. So, we'll be able to... With that one, we'll be able to stack labs up to 5 tall instead of 3. I think the maximum was like 13. I am being very silly. Always, 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 always do veins utilization first. Oh, these require Mecha Core level 2. That's why they're like that. So, that's why. Alright. Oh, I was hovering. That's why. You know, one of these days I'll sort myself out. One of these days. For it shall not be this day. Whew. Alrighty. So rude of Rebel Callers to call during the stream. How dare they? So. But these ratios are wrong. They're off. And that cannot be allowed. Ooh, Kimberlite. That is a rare resource that that shortcuts a little bit of the process in the form of going directly to diamond instead of coal to graphite to diamond. Mining coal to graphite to diamond, you just mine Kimberlite and it goes straight to diamond. The difference is it can only ever go into diamond. That was okay. So, why am I doing that, you might ask? Well, because we doubled this, and it takes 2 of these for 1 of these. So we need to double this. It's only fair. That does not require iron. Stone brick. Oh, look at that. Nice. Oh, that might have been... That was an oversight. And sadly, obviously it's going to happen again and again and again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And there we go. Okay, so the ratio is off because these are not being fed fully. What's the problem here? Too much refined oil. How dare. There. Can help out that way. I'm doing my part. Oh. Probably be good if I actually, actually built the things here. Except where my drones go. There we go. Yeah, 'cause see, this is still on a... Alright. So what uses refined oil? Well, organic crystal, that's where the plastic is needed. Okay. Oh, Lord. Well, you know what? You know what I haven't done at all? I haven't, since researching that thing, zoomed out. Let's see what's around here. This is, fire ice and hydrogen. Excellent. Fire ice is a shortcut rare resource to carbon nanotubes. These right here. Now the problem is it makes carbon nanotubes and hydrogen, but we can't have everything, Technically, they can both be burned, but that's neither here nor there. So here is where normally we would get the silicon and titanium ore, and we can hop over there, set up what we need. Because see, 0 and 0, we have no veins of it. That and lava. And right now there's no use for lava. Oh, that was a mistake. I did not mean to do that. It's fine. So yeah, here's where we are. In the whole Milky Way. Or in the whole spiral galaxy. And all these different clusters are other players doing their own thing. I would be. You don't see a cluster seed on mine because I'm modded, and sadly, any mods means that you can't be on this leaderboard like galactic map. So I might do an unmodded run at some point. Oop. But yeah, let's see. Is there someone with an unmodded version of our cluster? Maybe. The search went to there. Because this is our cluster seed. If you want to if you want to do the same thing as me. Ah, regardless. All right, back to our. Here is our cluster. There are many like it, but this one is ours. And now it says unreachable, but it's really not. You just point in that direction and go. But yeah, we are. Yeah, we gotta wait till purple science to be able to see the resources on planets in other systems. And where? Here, drive engine. That we will enqueue. Thank you. More inventory. Lovely, lovely. And yeah, like a sail means so we have flight. Now we need sail. Sail means going into space, in between planets. Faster drive engine, and then warping. That's really how you get between planetary systems. That right there. Ooh, and then faster warp, and yes. This is okay, so used to be it would only go up to 4 and unlock warp. Now you can increase by 3 more astronomical units per second. An astronomical unit is in this game is not the 8 light minutes that we have IRL. A single astronomical unit in this game is 40 kilometers, which is weird. So normally, with warp, you have a limit of 2,000 meters per second, 2 kilometers a second. So this jams up the maximum speed. Wow, by 120 kilometers a second. That's amazing. And then here as an infinite research. Wow. I think it's an infinite research. No, it's not an infinite research. It's just a really, really expensive one. Because see, this one is infinite. You can keep researching it and get faster and faster drones. Here, faster fuel power generation. Here, more drones. That's capped. Here, bigger core energy. And apparently I think it's either level 11 or 14, I'm blanking on it, for energy circuit, where you can fly through space and not really spend any energy. That's hooray, more drones. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. Talk about infinite researches. What am I doing? Alrighty. Well, I think... Yes, let's go back here and get the... Let's go back here and get all this set up. Right now... Oh, you know what we can do? You know what we can get going? Trust me on this. You can just do a quick little ad hoc. No. What's that done in? Assembler. Good lord, really? Alright, fine. That's just weird. Alright. Should have put these over here. You know what? I will. Yeah, I kind of like the name. I kind of like that name for it. For this whole series. A Study in Spaghetti. Why? Because it highlights my depressing lack of planning. Alright, so we can start converting all of this plant material. Alright. Okay, this will in no way be quick. This will in no way be ratioed. What it will be is hilarious. It's just a trickle thing, trickle conversion. And that's all we need. So, for over here, what do we need? Alright, so organic crystals being made. Poorly, but made. And I completely forgot. Thank you. Go away. Oh, alright. 1, 2, 3. That's a 2. 1, 2, 3. Now see, I don't want to put so many around here because this does have an idle consumption of 90 kilowatts. Whereas this, no idle consumption. Yes, 90 kilowatts. Ugh. Alright. This is picking up a lot of organic crystals. Yeah. Yeah, that's, in whatever stage of being made it is, they're organic crystals. Alright. Enough of that. So, 2 every 3 seconds, making 1. So, one chemical facility making this can support one chemical facility making this, because this needs 2 every 6 seconds, this makes 1 every 3 seconds. This consumes 2 refined oil every 3 seconds, this consumes 1 refined oil every 6 seconds. So, each pair of chemical facilities making this will consume 5/6 of a refined oil in 1 second. Which means that, let's have 3. And on top of that, 3 pairs, that is. Oh look! 6 chemical plants. It's almost like I planned it. I didn't. I don't know why I highlight that I don't plan things. I just... Yeah, no. Completely open wide. And... waiting for energy. Because see, here the drone clearing will wait not only for inventory space, but also having enough energy, which is great. Titanium ore. Excellent. Crude oil? That's just weird. How dare. But it's fine. No more items in range. Alright. Come on. There we go. So, while we have... I think I mentioned before about buffers. They're just a good idea. I inadvertently, in my mind, assigned all of these to making organic crystals, but we also need sulfuric acid. So, question is, what's a better place to make these? Let me put that down while I think about this. I don't like to join all of that, but also charge myself up, because that's not fully... Where else do we see? Ah! Hello! Crude, stone, and water. Even better. Oh, and coal. I mean, that's gonna happen quite often. Often? Maybe. We'll see. But let's look where it can be. Crude, stone, stone. Alright. Whoa, that crude. Jeez. Alright. 6, 9. There's like. I want to say 15. Just under 15 maybe. Oil per second right here. This little pentagroup here. I think that would be since. Well, the question is, what do we need in biggest production? That's going to be whatever is needed for science. And that's going to be organic crystal. So, is there... Yes, coal right there. So, I'm going to make... So, over here will be for sulfuric acid. Because we only need a little bit of that to get us up to warpers. We won't get there quickly, but this isn't a speed run. Sailing. That's gonna be fun. We only need a little bit of sulfuric acid to get us to the top, but what we need even more of to get us to the top of the tech tree is science. And that means organic crystals. So, I am going to do a massive, just like, planetary harvest off camera after this episode. Basically trying to go around getting all the plants, all the titanium ore that we can. But that's going to be after I set up this facility right here. So let's go over here. Get some of that. So that we can bury that. And wrong way. That way. So we need it's not crude, refined oil from here, this graphite, and this water. Oh, come on. Don't yank me around like that. Oh, there we go. Alright. How much power do those need anyway? 300 kilowatts. Well, guess what that means. Guess what produces exactly 300 kilowatts? There. Increase the demand, increase the supply. And I forgot to look for a second. Here. Wind energy ratio, 100%. So, the 300%, the 300 kilowatts that's on the tin, that's what we're getting. 98% of solar energy. Well, that's one reason why we're not using solar panels. Because this 360 kilowatts from solar panels, firstly, on the top, is multiplied by this ratio. And secondly, it's cut in half that you can expect from it because the day-night cycle. So here's how we're going to do this. Huh. That's fortuitous. Perfect spacing. Wow. It really is like I'm planning this. But I'm... Okay. I'm not gonna question it anymore. Uh, lastly, somewhere to put it. Alright, so this should be fine. Yep. Alrighty. And you know what I don't need to do? I'll probably put miners around there and around there. A nice big ol' interstellar station right there. Alright. Question is, why aren't we researching? That's the question. so that's all the blue and red level upgrades that we can get. Requires thruster. Where's thrusters? There. Well then. Right. So, hydrogen fuel rods. One, you might remember those from the very, very beginning. They're what you can salvage from the landing craft. Anyway, gets you powered for a little bit. They cost 5 hydrogen and a titanium alloy, so it sucks for us right now. It'll be great later on, not right now. And it gives 54 megajoules per second. Meanwhile, hydrogen has 9 megajoules per second. So it's giving a 20% boost, which is fine. And yes, this we will need in order to reinforced thrusters are needed for the logistics vessels that go between planets and between solar systems. These thrusters are for logistics drones, which go between stations. So that's basically what we're doing right now. Here. I need the inventory space. Because I'm going to go on that walkabout in a bit, now that this is all... now that this is set up right here. We can get this slowly going. Are you serious? See, this is just the result of bad planning, because see, over here we have too much hydrogen, not enough refined oil, and over here we have too much refined oil and not enough hydrogen. So actually, let's connect them. I want to come in there. Perfect. I mean, obviously not perfect, but... Yeah, now if I was concerned about which belt would get priority, I could, put a splitter there and force it, or... Because right now, this belt has the priority. This will only come in and load when there's already space on here. I could flip it around so that the belt I'm creating right now has the priority, but no. Good, thank you. Okay, this is draining. Good. See, this, we don't need it to be running at full capacity. This, can just delete it. Oh, delete. Why? Because water, unlike in real life, is definitely an infinite resource. Not even like oil seeps are an infinite resource, because now oil decreases down, it'll bottom out at like zero point 0.1 oil per second after however many days of running. It'll still bottom out. So I foresee the oil seeps on this planet to be um, completely bottomed out by the time I hit, white science. But we'll see. We'll see. I actually don't know the rate at which it burns. But yeah, so I'm gonna take. Yeah, this graphite is the most energy dense at the moment that we have, because this is 675 megajoules per stack, and like hydrogen at 20 is 180 megajoules per stack. Wood, 150. Oak crystals, not. It's laughable. 250 megajoules a second with a fuel chamber penalty. So, but let's discuss um, the plans for the plans moving forward, and then we'll head, and then I'll end the episode there. So we have a manufacturing hub up and running. We have 20 blue. It's not in ratio, I just realized, damn it. Okay, we have 20 blue matrix labs. We have 20 red matrix labs. We've got all this set up producing red. All this set up producing organic crystal. All this producing just straight up graphite, which I'm gonna raid for everything. And we've picked out right here to be where we will be making a boatload of I completely did that messed up. Exactly not what I said I was going to do. I said this was going to be sulfuric acid and this was going to be organic crystals, but I did. Story of my life. Just straight up. Story of my life. This game would be so much easier if I wasn't a blithering idiot. Alright. Really, this game is a race to interstellar logistics, and then from there, it's just about like making little outposts to make, exactly what you need, expanding to other planets, gathering those resources, and then making massive science bases. That's my plan. So all of this is needed. Right now, it's just a race to interstellar logistics. Leave that. Leave that. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. So, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna rip this up and convert it over to sulfuric acid. Maybe. I think what tripped me up is that they both need water, and I didn't process that organic crystal needed water. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I might as well, because I'm gonna need sulfuric acid in decent quantities. Um, this game really would be so much easier if I wasn't a blithering idiot. Isn't that usually how these games are? We'll see. We'll find out. Maybe. Alright, so I'm not going to drag y'all along with me. I see above and blithering idiot. As I basically just walk around the planet, because there aren't surprises around the planet, you know, to be found. Thank you. And I'll build out the sulfuric acid next time, because, as I said, we're going to need a boatload of organic crystals. We're going to need all the organic crystals we can get for yellow science. And that is a good enough reason just to let this run for now and build up a nice stockpile of that while this is also going. So thank you all for watching. I will be back after having a nice walkabout. And I don't have anywhere to charge it. Oh, I don't need to charge it. Thank you all for watching. Glad you could join, and I will see you in the next party.